It's November and today we've got some cardio toning. Grab your lightest dumbbells and let's go. All right, Killer Bees, let's go ahead and get moving and grooving, and that means that we're getting started with some arm circles and high knees, and please have your dumbbells out of the way. Man, I almost made it. I almost said it in time. You guys, welcome to the workout. I'm Paula B. I'm your best middle-aged fitness friend, and around here, we are all about making peace with our menopausal body by finding a healthy weight and moving in ways that feel like self-love and forgiving ourselves when we forget to say what we're gonna say, because that happens kind of a lot, am I right? I mean, especially around here, if you're not new here. If you are new, hi, I'm Paula B. I talk a lot. I frequently forget what I'm about to say, and you know what, I'm menopausal, and sometimes that's just part of what goes along, and my balance is fabulous. I laugh at myself, I crack myself up, I have animals. They mostly just nap these days, and we have some super fun times around here like today. You guys, cardio toning. I mean, am I right? Grabbing your lightest dumbbells is the most important thing that I can inform you about today. I've got a whiteboard full of super fun exercises. We're gonna have a great time. I've got the handy dandy gym bars. Let's go ahead and do some arm crossers with booty kickers. I've got the handy dandy gym bars here set for intervals of just 20 seconds. It's not a long interval. However, not one of those intervals is rest. So let that inform you. We're gonna have the dumbbells in our hands literally the entire workout. Let that tell you how, frankly, slow we can move. Like, I'm already just kind of taking this warm up down a little half a notch here because I'm not in a big hurry to be going any faster than this. I happen to know that when I have even my lightest dumbbells in my hands, that I am doing a fabulous job of A, toning my muscles, and B, getting all the work I could possibly need and right up to the edge of almost too much work. Let's go ahead and do some welcome to my homes, because welcome to my home. Welcome to Blossom's napping chair. This is where she was yesterday too, huh? This is where she'll probably be tomorrow and the day after, most of the time. This is what she does now. You guys, I think I've told you everything. Oh, so I've got a whiteboard full of exercises and we're going through the circuit twice. So it's not quite a no repeat, but I tell you what, this one's gonna move so quickly and be such a good time. It's gonna feel like we're not going back and doing the same thing again, because I'm not really into that. So, have your lightest dumbbells or none. I mean, truly, this is why I used to not like these kinds of cardio toning workouts, is because my dumbbells were too heavy. Go as light as you possibly can and or don't have anything, and let's just move and have a good time. Let's go ahead and get going. We're starting with low swinging tappers, which means that we are tapping our feet from side to side like Robert Palmer. And we're just swinging our hands from side to side, nice and low, not trying to get them going up too high. When your hands are above your head, the higher your hands, the higher your heart rate. So I'm gonna take this at a pretty gentle pace to get started, because I happen to know that as I get into the workout, here we go with forward hinge arm flappers, hands up. You're gonna do a deadlift with your lower body and jumping jacks with your upper body. I happen to know that no matter how slow I go, there's this thing called cardiac drift, and it is real. No matter how slow you go, if you keep going, your heart rate's gonna come up when it beeps again. We're doing walking stars, which means that we are picking an apple and putting it in our pocket. We are taking a step forward, then back, and then we're changing leader hand and leader leg. That's the tricky part. Really, everything about this is tricky. Everything about moving my hands and my feet in tandem feels tricky with me. Coming up next, we're gonna do triceps curl downs, which means that we're going to have our hands starting about chest height, and as we curl one arm down, we're really squeezing from that triceps muscle. We're also tapping out that same foot. When it beeps again, we're doing papa squats, which is not to say father squats, but rather we're popping a little bit of a squat. It is not a full squat. You do not ever need to do, I mean, really, you never need to do squats at all, but you never need to do like a full squat. We're just popping it down a little bit, and then hands go up overhead. Pop it down and hands up. Already thinking, I know I am, about what feels moderate for me today. When it beeps again, we're doing upside down jacks. Hands are gonna start off over your head, feet together. As we take one big step out to the side, your hands are gonna be doing jumping jacks. Your feet are not, because there's no jumping today, but hands up as we come out to one side. Whoo, doggies, really shifting your weight from side to side. You can definitely feel that work in your inner and outer thighs. Already feeling it in my arms and shoulders as well. When it beeps again, we're doing butter turns. When your hands are up, your feet are down. When your hands are down, your feet are up. up, or one foot, only one at a time. Your hands are going up and down directly underneath your chin with your palms facing your body. One leg kicking out at a time. It's kind of like churning butter, I think. I have no idea. I've never churned butter with a butter churn. One of these again. We're doing side punch kicks. So we're punching to the side. Whoopsies, I meant to go the other way. Punching to the side while kicking forward with the opposite foot. The reason we're going across your body like that is so you can really feel this work in your abs when it beeps again. We are doing big arm side shuffles. I tell you what, the writing is pretty small on my whiteboard today. Here's big arm side shuffles, shuffling from side to side, making a nice big circle right in front of you with your arms. When it beeps again. We're doing disco dancers. We're gonna put one hand out to one side. Whew. Kind of like John Travolta. That's the only way that I can think of as describing it. I think about Saturday Night Fever. The one hand goes out to the side while the opposite leg kicks out to the side, the other direction. When it beeps again, we're doing skiers. Hands are going to be moving up and down directly in front of you. Feet are shuffling back and forth underneath you. It's a lot like cross-country skiing, not like ski jumping. So hands are going up and down in front of you while feet are shuffling back and forth underneath you. When it beeps again, we're doing punch down side kicks. Okay, this one's new, so I have to think about this. As we're punching down, it's kind of like triceps curl downs, except that as we're punching down, one foot is going to come all the way out to the side in a big kick. So the same side where your hand is punching down, that foot is kicking out to the side. I already like this one. This one's going to make another appearance when it beeps again. We are doing double knees, both hands going up overhead, which means your heart rate's going to come up. So take this at a pace that works for you. As your hands come down, you're bringing one knee to those hands, 2 times on one side, 2 times on the other side. Minding your heart rate, minding your pace. You might need to go a lot slower than me. You might need to have smaller weights than me when it beeps again. We're doing reverse ding-dongs. So hands go one way, feet go the other. You might, alternatively, depending on what's moderate for you, you might be going faster than me. You might have heavier weights than me. Don't ever think that what I am doing is the right way to do something. Like, literally ever. When it beeps again, we're doing drinky bird jacks. And I'm laughing because, I mean, if you're not new around here, you've certainly seen me fall over. You have certainly seen me make mistakes. What I am doing is not necessarily the only way to get something done. When it beeps again, we're doing wide open side kicks. Elbow's going to be at shoulder height. We're going to open those hands up while we kick one leg out at a time to the side. When it beeps again, doing alley-oops. Your hands are going to go up over your head, a nice big rainbow. We're going to have our feet almost uncomfortably wide and we're going to pivot to one side. Now, here's the deal. You never ever have to come down into a lunge. You will see me coming down into a lunge, but you certainly don't have to. As I come down, I'm going to do a bit of a lunge here. You are more than welcome to simply move your hands and pivot from side to side, pivot from side to side without doing any of the lunging part. When it beeps again, we are doing swimming frogs, hands up overhead. Yes, again, I know. As your hands come down, really thinking about pulling from your shoulder blades. One knee comes out at a time also. You're not pulling your knee from your shoulder blades, but as your hands go up and down, you're using your shoulder blades. When it beeps again, hands stay up. We're doing twisting Y kicks. So we're making the letter Y with our hands. You're going to reach across your body, whoo, doggies, and kick while you're reaching across your body and twisting. Oh my goodness. When it beeps again, we're going to put our hands down, thank goodness, for some low swinging high knees. So your hands are going to be swinging from side to side, low, meaning just not overhead right now, thank goodness. As they are swinging, whoopsies, I meant to do the other knee. There we go. One knee at a time comes up. It actually doesn't matter. You know, I do this all the time because one of them feels better than the other, but truly it doesn't matter which knee comes up. Whichever way you get started, go ahead and keep going that way. When it beeps again, we're doing toy soldiers, both hands up, reaching your opposite hand towards your opposite kicking foot. Now my hand not coming down very far. I notice that there's a range of motion that feels good, and then there's a range of motion where it starts asking my lower back to do some work. Stop before you get to your lower back doing the work. When it beeps again, we're doing can-cans. One knee one knee and a kick on one side and then a knee and a kick on the other. You guys doing such a good job. When it beeps again, we're doing day breaks. It means that we're gonna have our hands up overhead, making a rainbow overhead as we do, and just tapping our feet from side to side. Truly, it's basically low swinging tappers, except they're high swinging tappers. I call them day breaks because it reminds me of singing Daybreak when I was a kid, that song by Barry Manilow. And if you don't know it, I highly, highly recommend that you go listen to it. It's a great song from a great showman. When it beeps again, you guys, we're doing close squat swings, which means that we're gonna have our knees and feet close together. As we squat down, hands are gonna be on one side. As we swing up, they're going up to wherever you can get them. And then as they swing back down, they're coming down on the other side. So you're swinging, basically you're making an upside down V right in front of you. When it beeps again, we're doing middle skips, doggies. It's skipping, except that we are not trying to get any kind of jumping in here. It's one knee and one hand on the opposite side coming up at the same time. Keeping your hands a little bit low. Did you notice how your heart rate came up? No matter how high your hands are, no matter how heavy your weights are, how mild it is, it always happens. When it beeps again, we're doing chicken wing side kicks. Hands gonna be right underneath your chin, palms facing your body. Your arms are making chicken wing flaps. Your elbows rather. And one leg at a time is kicking out to the side. You guys, you have now seen the entire list. This is it. We're gonna go through this circuit one more time, and that's all. So if there were exercises that you didn't want to do, by the way, when it beeps again, we're doing low swinging tappers. If there were exercises that you didn't want to do, have something else in mind. Totally okay with me. You've seen it all. You've done it all. You've been there. You've done that. If there's something you don't like that doesn't feel good, just about something else that does. When it beeps again, we're doing forward hinge arm flappers. Feet are going to be wide apart. Hands doing jumping jacks. Lower body doing a real nice deadlift. Pushing back with your hips, pulling forward with your hips. Core is pulled in because I know you've noticed, even though these are your lightest dumbbells, they're getting heavy, aren't they? When it beeps again, we're doing walking stars. Changing leader legs and leader arms every time. Step forward, forward, back and back. Awesome job. Picking an apple, putting it in your pocket. When it beeps again, my friends, we're doing triceps curl downs. We are more than halfway through the workout. Pay attention to how you're feeling. Because if you are feeling like, oh my goodness, here we go, triceps curl downs. Oh my goodness, I'm totally sweaty, which I actually am, but it's also really hot in my house right now. But I'm totally sweaty, my heart rate's up too high. This is starting to feel like it's not gonna be moderate if I finish it out like this. Slow down or drop your weights. Truly, my friends, I would much rather have you be moderate and be able to do something tomorrow when it beeps again, we're doing papa squats, then push through and think that there's some kind of like magic, like, oh, if I work harder today, I'll get better weight loss results. I'll get better toning results. I'll get better results if I work harder. My friends, at our age, the harder you work, the harder it is to get results at all. In fact, the result that you will get when it beeps again, we're gonna do upside down jacks. So feet together as we step out, really transferring weight. Hands are doing jumping jacks. If we work too hard, here's what happens at our age with dwindling estrogen. And truly, if you are much younger, even without dwindling estrogen, if you push yourself too hard, when it beeps again, we're doing butter churns, your body responds in one way. And that way is with injuries, so that it will slow you down, or with fat storage. When we have too much exercise stress or mental stress in our lives, that's how our body responds. It is a biological response from way, way, way back in the day. When it beeps again, we're doing side punch kicks. So punching to the side, kicking to the front, going across your body, really twisting while we're doing this. Really feeling that work in your abs and obliques. Even while we're doing cardio, we are toning, which means that we're thinking about the work from our muscles. Here we go with big arm side shuffles. Nice big circle with your hands in front of you, or a little circle with your hands in front of you. If that's what it takes to keep it moderate, my friends, help yourself modify in order to keep it moderate when it beeps again. We're doing disco dancers, reaching out to one side while tapping out the other way. I got my disco fingers going on. Even with weights in my hands, I cannot stop myself from doing the disco fingers. When it beeps again, we're doing skiers, hands moving up and down in front of us, feet shuffling back and forth underneath us. My friends, I will tell you that I have learned the hard way that doing too much does not get you more results. Or rather, it does. I mean, because truly, you're always getting a result. It just might not be the one that you want to be getting. When it beeps again, we're doing punch down side kicks. So we're punching down while kicking that same leg, out to the side. Okay, I love this one. I'm so happy that I literally dreamed this up. I was going to bed last night and I was thinking about exercises, thinking about doing something new. And I just think about, okay, what kinds of motions do I do? Well, I like to kick out to the side. I like to punch down. Okay, we can do this. Here comes double knees, 2 knees on one side, 2 knees on the other. But my friends, results. The results that you are currently getting, the results that you currently have in your life right this second, your weight, your life, your whatever you want to think about. When it beeps again, here we go with reverse ding-dongs. Whatever you have in your life right now is a result. And it is a result of things that you have been doing, which is a result of the way that you are feeling, which is a result of the way that you are thinking. When it beeps again, we're doing drinky bird jacks, hands doing jumping jacks, lower body doing drinky birds. And that means that it's time to consider thinking a new way. For me, the new way that I had to think was, I want to do more is not a helpful thought. It was a thought that I thought all the time. When it beeps again, we're doing wide open side kicks. And yet, it was not getting me where I wanted to go. In fact, it was getting me right on the verge of injured. It was getting me right on the verge, many times, of completely burning out and not being able to continue on with this thing that I love. I mean, I love exercising. I love exercising with you. And yet, I was right there on the verge of not being able to continue. Here we go with alley-oops, feet almost uncomfortably wide, swinging across your body, pivoting through your hips. You can either do a lunge or not. I'm doing mostly not. I'm doing a little bit of a knee bend. When it beeps again, doing swimming frogs. This is that section. I remember this from round 1, where all of a sudden there's a lot of shoulder stuff. That happens sometimes. Up we go as you pull your elbows down, out to the side, making sure that you're still breathing, making sure that your lower back is not volunteering. When it beeps again, oh my gosh, we didn't do these round 1. I skipped directly from swimming frogs to twisting Ys, but there's something else in between. There's squat jacks in between. When your hands are down, your hips are down. When your hands are up, your hips are up. I can't believe I didn't see that. That's hilarious. So we're only doing these once. You're welcome. No repeating of this one. When it beeps again, we're doing twisting Y kicks. This is not really much of a break on your shoulders, though. Up into that letter Y, twisting across your body like putting on a seatbelt and kicking. When it beeps again, we're doing low swinging, high knees. And no matter how you get started, talking to myself here, Paula, no matter how you get started, it's the right way. It's completely okay. Ah, my friends, here we go. Yep, I did it wrong again. Oh well. Oh well, this is the way we're going. This is what's happening. The train has left the station. When it beeps again, we're doing toy soldiers. My friends, that thought, but I'm not doing enough. I know you hear it. I know for a fact you hear it. We all do sometimes. Here we go with toy soldiers. Opposite hand towards your opposite kicking foot. When you hear that thought in your head, I need to do more, or I'm not doing enough, remind yourself that that's not helpful. that thought is what's getting you the results you currently have. Now, if you are currently having excellent results, here we go with can-cans, a knee and a kick, and a knee and a kick. If you are currently having excellent results, getting everything you want in your life, oh my gosh, please keep going. Don't fix what ain't broke, as the saying goes. When it beeps again, we're doing day breaks. However, if you'd like to see some changes in your life, it's time to make some changes in what you're thinking. Here we go with day breaks, so that you can make some changes in what you're doing. You guys, when it beeps again, we're doing close squat swings, which means that we're going to have our hands off to one side while our knees are close together, our feet are close together, and we're in a bit of a squat. Never has to be a full squat. We're just bending our knees a little bit, pushing our hips back behind us as we come up, swinging from one side to the other. Awesome job getting that little bit of a twist in your abs, feeling that toning. When it beeps again, we're doing middle skips, doggies. Right on the edge, my friends. Right on the edge. of being more than enough, more than moderate. But here we are with middle skips. Our next one is chicken wing side kicks, which is our last exercise in our second circuit. We are almost done. Chicken wing side kicks means that you're gonna have your hands directly underneath your chin, gonna have your elbows out to the side, flapping like chicken wings, while we do a little bit of a side kick, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna bring my heart rate down for 20 seconds. We're gonna do 20 seconds of rest after this because we are done, but we're not quite finished. I've got a great balance move for us that I know is gonna be especially tricky for me. So I am going to take 20 seconds here to bring my heart rate down a little bit. We're doing a high knee to drinky bird. So your hands are just kind of at your sides. We're coming up in a high knee, and then we're going down into a drinky bird. We're gonna do 20 seconds on one side. That wasn't a great one, but that's what we're gonna be doing. So if you need a chair, a wall, a whatever, help yourself. We're coming up into a high knee, going down into a drinky bird. Stay on that same side, up into a high knee, down into a drinky bird. When it beeps, we're going directly into the other side. Awesome job, this kind of work. So good for your balance, so good for your core, so good for your brain-body connection. Always working on feeling where your body is, feeling where your balance is, feeling where your core is, and feeling that strength. Even though, my friends, that was it. Even though we were, toning today, my friends, I tell you what, there's no such thing as only toning. There really isn't. I know you noticed it. I know you feel that work. That toning work is making you stronger. Let's do some nice big arm circles here and really bring this down, cooling it down, stretching out those muscles, letting them know that their work is done here, that they can go back to their normal shape and their normal, not so squeezed up. What a great, great job you did today, my friends. I'll tell you again. This was enough. This was enough to get you where you want to go. This was the right amount of moderate exercise, which is only one of the things that we do every single day in order to lose weight. You want to know the other ones? They're right here on screen here in a couple of minutes. Let's go, not minutes, but seconds. Let's go ahead and open it up nice and wide. And then close it up. Give yourself a hug and a pat on your sweaty back. Oh, my friends, yes, I'm literally dripping as we do. Thank you so much for working out with me today. I can already tell that November is going to be a beautiful, fantastic month where we get all kinds of great results. Make sure that you click that subscribe button before you go. Here on screen, the 5-0 method and a longer cool down for you. Thank you so much for working out with me. I'll see you tomorrow.